Oh, ho ho ho, it's just the RageQuitters. Oh, hello there, and Merry Christmas to you. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a big sack, oh, full of fun. Let's roll that intro and I'll share my special load with you. Happy Christmas, RageQuitters! My name is Terminator Santa UK and we're back for another real rig upgrade in a Christmas special. Now I know what you're saying, Terminator UK, another RIU in the same year? You've already done one this year, you must be crazy. Well, maybe we are, but Santa has delivered his sack of special upgrade load to us, so let's find out what he's got for us. Starting off the review, we have a AMD Ryzen R7 9800X3D, an amazing CPU, great to return back to AMD after all these years. We are pairing this with an MSI MPG X670E carbon Wi-Fi motherboard. And finishing off, we've got a G-Skill Trident Z5 Neo RGB DDR5 6000 CL30 kit with Expo timings to make it nice and easy to set. Well, we're pairing this with my existing GeForce RTX 3090 GPU. So how's it going to perform? We're going to see any performance improvements? We're going to be GPU bottleneck? Let's find out. Oof, well, there we have it, folks. The end of the review. Well done if you got this far. Tremendous amount of work went into this. So I'll just say it right now. If you like the content we produce, please hit that like button and consider giving us a subscription. But let's conclude the review and see what we thought. So let's start off. It's quite obvious that the CPU is incredibly powerful. It's producing some incredible results, but it is bottlenecking at 1440p on an RTX 3090. That's quite evident from the benchmarks. You don't see a massive gain in most of the benchmarking. Going on to something more positive though, what we are seeing quite a bit is those 1% lows. So in many of the games, those 1% low frame rates are quite elevated over other CPUs. I think unless you've actually used an X3D CPU, you won't actually understand quite how smooth that is. I briefly had a period with a 5800 X3D, and the 9800 is like that, but even better. Those 1% lows really smooth out the experience and just makes everything feel, which is the most important thing, just so much better to play. Also, lastly, what we're also seeing is not so much on the single player games or the benchmarks that run through a set sequence. You're not really seeing much difference between that and the 13600K CPU, mainly because it's just a scripted sequence and it's really very much GPU bound at that point. But what we do see, if you have a look at the multiplayer tests, so things like Space Marine 2, when you're playing the operations mode with other players at any one time, you're getting quite a big boost in frame rate at both the average and the minimum frame rate. And there's a similar story with other games like Overwatch, for example. Again, better average frame rates, but those 1% lows coming up just makes for a much more consistent experience. So yeah, definitely worth an upgrade, but just be careful with the GPU that you're pairing it with, because like me, you could be going in for quite an expensive upgrade, and at the moment not seeing a massive performance improvement at this time. But I went into this upgrade knowing that was going to be the case, and that performance will last me for many years and generations down the line as GPU prices hopefully fall or become more reasonable, or more upgrades come down the line, or the second-hand market gets flooded with yesterday's performance GPUs. Final closing thought. What an amazing efficient CPU that we've got here. So if you have a look closely at those benchmarks between the 13600K and the 9800 X3D, you'll see a significant difference there in terms of the power usage. Typically, I was seeing more like 20 to 30 watts less power draw than the 13600K, which is already a reasonably power efficient CPU. So definitely an excellent result there. And temperatures again quite a bit lower than the 13600K in many cases. So excellent result there from AMD. Well, that's it. That's the end of the review, and thank you very much for watching, and happy Christmas to all you Rage Quitters, and a happy New Year too. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.